be back video today, guys. We will be playing Madden 20. I know it's a little bit early to be recording, guys, but we're playing it today. So let's hop right into the game. Guys, I'm not talking as much because...
Let's go! On the hop, fellas, on the hop! Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there.
I gotta be a little bit quiet. So, you're only hear me talk a little bit.
Here we go. Right at the 8. What is it?
So I'm trying it again, guys.
Ready? That 180. What is it? Ready? That 180. What is it? Set 180. 180. Set 180. 180. Set. Back 80. Back 80.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
You got a remote?
How do I supposed to start?
And if you call during today's show, you qualify for our exclusive TV offer. Get a free upgrade to one of our serious designer patterns. That's a $1,200 value free.
You got to get this straight, guys.
Now you can also qualify for a free bath wrap safety package. That's a $599 value. With free includes even more. The bath wrap's bath and shower systems also give you the added protection of Silver Shield. Bath wrap's exclusive double antimicrobial protection barrier that prevents bacteria, mold, and mildew from growing in your bath or shower. Tiny silver ions
I got to get this.
product and for the lifetime of your system. This speaker protection barrier keeps your bath and shower strong, fresh, and clean.
Transform your bathroom and your life. You deserve it.
Welcome back to Happy in Your Home. It's been a great show so far, but Larry, I know you have so much more to show.
I've got a lot more to show you. This is beautiful, luxurious walk-in shower. Imagine how you feel being having all this space in your bathroom, and you can see, you can design anything you want. This is a beautiful,
Thank you.
built-in seat.
Beautiful. Now, this will fit in place of a cup.
This will fit exactly into the space because this is what it's designed for. You can pull your ugly old nasty cut out.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today.
In just one day.
Okay, guys, we back up.
Walk-in shower with a different look, a different style. You know, a lot of people are out there, a lot of people say, I don't take that. I just want a big shower where I can sit down and relax.
Right, I can see from a safety standpoint that this is great.
From a safety standpoint, it's incredible. It's got very low steps, easy to step in. We can build a custom seat when you pull the seat. It's designed with grab bars. The grab bars are put exactly where you need them. It's custom designed for you. So, you can see whatever you want, custom for you. And once again, done in one day.
It's practical, it's beautiful, and all in one day.
Practical, beautiful, done in one day. Thousands of you can work with you tomorrow in the service for your response.
Once we contacted the representative from he was outstanding. He said, he was outstanding. Well, he discussed every tidbit that I need to know the price, how it could be set up. So we went and measured, did the measurement form, the back end form, shots and different accessories.
The guys would make me feel totally relaxed at the end of the week when I would come home. And I was so relaxed and so outdone from how good the product turned out that I was probably taking 2 baths a day. It was money well spent.
Embarrassed by your bathroom? Sick and tired of seeing this day after day? If you call now, you can turn this into this or this in just one day. Bath wraps can transform your old tub or shower into a beautiful, relaxing sanctuary that you want to show off to all your friends and family. Choose from hundreds of affordable styles and colors, plus with bath wraps with peace of mind from our lifetime warranty and experienced factory-trained installers.
And our strong, durable, and Gorilla means you'll never have to scrub your shower or tub again. But hold on, that's not all. If you call during today's show, we'll give you a free upgrade to one of our luxurious designer patterns. That's a $1,200 value free.
But wait, there's even more.
Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Number 12 in green and gold coming out to lead the Packers. Of course, that's Aaron Rodgers. Last year for Rodgers, despite the young receiving core, despite the nagging injuries, despite the removal of his head coach, better than 4,400 passing yards, the second highest total in his 14 NFL seasons. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Durable and dependable, but also elite is left tackle David Bakhtiari. Has only missed 6 games in his NFL career. He protects Aaron Rodgers' blind side, and he does it so well. In 2018, named first-team All-Pro for the first time in his career.
From the 25 on second down, Rodgers, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll run it with Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Eric Reed is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The numbers for Jones last week, 19 carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. An even 90 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, folks.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people, touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K-Rod short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's third down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Touchdown, Carolina. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and Cam able to take it himself in for the score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. From the 27, Rodgers. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. That's caught by Geronimo Allison, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now it's Rodgers. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. It's a foot race. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game?
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a play fake here on first down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the line. We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And some space here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 57 yards. Boy, he currently stands 2nd in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to 1st.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're 2nd and you want to be 1st, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. His throw incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Panthers. 61 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about, right?
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rodgers again now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Rodgers now on first down. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a Green Bay score. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners time.
That's caught inside the 20. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action here on first down. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score.
Amazing burgers and hot dogs, quick and easy, and even delicate fish. Watch this. The skin doesn't stick. You can literally move it around. So the shrimp won't fall through the grates like a regular outdoor grill.
Make sure you like this stuff
Phase.
and not play with
That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead.
All right.
Touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself. Example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, In the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle.
Hurry up
but
before I dislike.
The argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited? Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Ravens have wound up winning that football game. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number empirical.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time.
Thanks for watching WCOB Montgomery, your station for the Big Bang Theory.
What are we playing?
It is you, sir. Head to head.
All right.
Text your name in chat. Your PS4 name.
Okay. Let me go ahead and advance this. Okay. Which one?
How old you is?
16. About to be 17 this month. Which one?
That's why this show is unlike any other you watch. There's no paid host for this show, no paid models, and no paid actors. Just real people with real results. I'm not paid actor. I am fat burning chemical works even by rolling the belt twice a day. Make no mistake, the tummy tuck is not like other cereal products. These other products simply hide the fat. That is until you take them off. But the tummy tuck's unique 10-minute method ignites a fat burning chain reaction, like flipping a switch that sets off a domino effect, gradually reducing fat and weight in your bed long after you've taken off the belt. Just look at how this heat vision photography captures the effect. Before the tummy tuck belt, measurements were taken. Then they followed the 10-minute tummy tuck method. And right after the belt was taken off, temperatures were again recorded. And the measurements were the same. But watching this time-lapse sequence, how the temperature then begins to rise and continues for over 3 hours.
How many minutes?
This is only a few degrees, so it's comfortable and unnoticeable to most people. So after you take off the belt, it's gradually slimming the fat away as you're just going about your day, relaxing, reading, at the office, or just watching TV. So now surprised how easy and how well it works. When I'm back and where I was getting ready for work and take it off and feel ready to go on the bed.
You can wear it as
How many minutes?
as the 10 minutes. It just fits in with my regular morning routine. Just put on the belt and then get ready for the rest of the day. When I
Who, me?
up, I can just take it off. It really does work. It does do what it's set up.
How many minutes?
How many minutes? I don't think you're ever going to lose it unless you actually switch your favorite word. So to just put on the belt and find that you can actually start to see the belt.
I'm using my
it really was amazing.
my camera mic. My camera.
Here's how easy the 10-minute tummy tuck method is. The 3-part system includes the tummy tuck belt, the thermal accelerator kit, and the abdominal tummy tightness. Simply apply the thermal accelerator kit, which contains patented technology. Put on the tummy tuck belt. Then do 2 minutes of standing abdominal contractions to activate the thermal fat burning effect. Then simply roll the belt for 8 more minutes while you relax your
Did you get the invite?
10 minutes, you can take the belt off, and the fat-reducing chain reaction has been triggered and continues for several hours while you just go about your day. And it works even without changing your lifestyle.
I'm a busy person with working and grandkids, and so I have a whole lot of time to devote. I've had this whole goal ever since I had my last child 30 years ago. I was excited that I wasn't going to have to change my lifestyle, and I thought that would be a real test. After the first week, you could visibly see that it was coming off. I was amazed that I could lose that much because I didn't change a single thing about my lifestyle. I didn't eat to live the same way, I didn't eat the same way, and I'm not always a healthy eater. I tend to snack.
Okay.
I have not changed any of that. And
Oh, Madden.
This is very.
Where you want me to?
This is something that just takes 2 minutes. There's special cream that you
You want me to? What do you want me to put it on?
You continue to run around the house for 10 minutes, and then you're done.
All right. Let me do this.
It was unbelievable that how you could, this little thing that you wear in this cream, how could that change something when you don't change anything else about your life? But I always think I did not change my eating habits, nothing.
Okay, let's try it now.
And if you like to exercise, then having your tummy tuck turns regular exercise into more effective at burning a weight problem. That's right. A university study found that just exercise and diet alone, having a tummy tuck almost doubled the amount of tummy fat loss. And because the tummy tuck jump starts the fat burning chain reaction, there's no need to wear the belt during your exercise. So in the morning, you can do the 10-minute tummy tuck run. And then anytime during the day, you can exercise whenever you choose.
I had to leave this one that I'm in.
Still accelerates your results.
I was working out probably 4 or 5 days a week at the local fitness center, running, doing elliptical machine, doing a little bit of weights, and never really seeing no results. My weight had never was changing. It was just It's like a inflatable tire that was going nowhere. Before the program, yeah, there was a level of skepticism. I wasn't sure. You look at the ad, you're not sure if it's really going to deliver what the program is being advertised to deliver. But I was willing to take that chance. And I'm thrilled that I did. Because my stomach and midsection is so much flatter now. I've never seen results like this before. From week to week, you start to see the difference, and you start to feel the difference up close. I actually really enjoy going to work out now and exercising because of the fact that I've had the result of the tummy tuck system. I know that the tummy tuck system is working and it targets the midsection perfectly. I mean, it worked. It did exactly.
You ready to get beat?
The tummy tuck belt is made with soft, flexible
You ready to get beat?
designed to provide comfortable compression that pulls the tummy inward. So during the initial days, while you're erasing the fat, you can either use the belt just for your 10-minute sessions, then take it off, or continue adding your clothes for an instant slimming look.
I don't talk so slow.
It's the way it loves indulgence. Flattens your tummy.
I don't talk so slow.
Giving you instant slenderizing confidence as the inches underneath are gradually
Yeah.
slimming.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown.
What did I say?
Christian McCaffrey, 73 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
What?
They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Williams. Now he is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And an alley to run. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that. Now he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. No problem there on the quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And all the Chiefs have it. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
To be honest, I didn't know he was right there.
Finding Hill for a big play. 52 yards. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A play fake. Now Greer to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Like a freight train there. Derek Nottie with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the move to his left. He's going to look deep from the try to field.
No!
But it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that
Welcome
way.
to the live
Make sure
stream.
you huddle him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield.
Oh, somebody
And do a
else
much better
doing
job of it. He's got to learn that
the live
speed has
stream.
changed on this level.
On second down now, it's Williams. And
What?
some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield.
Need to
and
figure out
inside
something
the
different.
45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon in the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. On second down and 4, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like Adam
Get back.
Goodness here as he's taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team. And everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads away 5 players. Heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
It's extremely simple. It's a no-brainer to just add it on to your current fitness regimen. I was doing exercise before, but I haven't had any results from exercise similar to the results I had on the Tummy Tuck program. This is absolutely real, and you better go.
Well, the real fact is slimming away. Want to fit into the smaller size right now? Today, we took women shopping and asked them to pick out clothes that were one size.
Please be coach. It shows too much here. I really like this material. I just can't wear it because it shows absolutely every single.
You ready?
Clothes that they really wanted, but would never purchase because they just
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now he'll let the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Really?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
What play do you think I'm doing?
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. McCaffrey. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now it's the backup Newton. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2. Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes dancing to his left. This is caught. Watkins. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
2
yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes now to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Well, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A battle for it. Intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Why are you running out of bounds?
Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or did you just throw that out the window?
No.
Wide open, complete. For a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 72 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch it.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I got to understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
Never had it.
my grandmother used to say, smell terrible. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
First down, baby.
30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 43 yards. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you.
That's caught inside the 20.
Yes.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Mahomes now on first down. Buying time to his left. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake
I knew you were going to do
not
something
going
like
to
that.
work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play action. It's Newton. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Eventually it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility.
Look, I said the same thing about Bird.
More than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that.
Bird drive.
And this one
Then I'm going to put one back on.
off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, no surprise anything under 65 that he doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribe, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
32 that time.
I wasn't going to let it hit me over in one there. Because I knew I wasn't going to catch it. It was going to be on the floor. Well, what if it was there? It would have been on the floor. I had the end like blind.
Touchdown run as his guys continue to pull it off.
Yeah.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one. We want two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempted from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh boy. And I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Off play action. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt Chiefs stuff them.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Cam fired, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. The 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Dancing to his left. He's going to take on a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes caught here by Bell. And they are a good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
If you score on me.
Goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. But the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. The Panthers going to...
No, I was just checking something. I'm ready. Huh?
The second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker on for the PAT. Thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not
I just haven't had practice playing against people.
And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Newton. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
You might well to me.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And lucky to get away with one there.
Not letting you do that.
Second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flush to his right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. The 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on
You're
your side.
Auburn to Alabama
Obviously, they
State.
don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe.
Huh?
They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Hill shedding the tackle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he is out of bounds here. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. On second and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Mahomes going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now Mahomes. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. There. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head to head. But that's the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, we saw action.
Not actually. If I got
only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead.
Blow it out, it's like 0.
The 2-point conversion, but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He's an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.
You said play another game? No, I don't. Wow. Yeah, I knew.
The Auburn Basketball Review is presented by One Family, Maryland Plans. And by the Auburn University College of Veterinary.
You do realize I'm gonna play on Madden. I'm saying I play on Pro. Are you an Auburn or Alabama fan? Are you a Auburn or Alabama fan? What fan are you then? I let you win. No, I don't.
And they've got some pieces that are very focused on things. This was making plays, and they were very effective. We couldn't get anything going offensively. They were strong. They did a great job of doing that. Well, we didn't click. And the reason why we didn't click, we got high-character teams. I've got a phenomenally high-character coaching staff. There is no clicking. It's all like I said, it's a good basketball team. I haven't tested very good tackles. On the summer, these are not very. It's not criticism. We stepped up. We stepped up in the second half. And then we stepped up again. Down 19-10. I got one of the double A. Look, the Ole Miss have talking about something.
Side will jump it up for Ole Miss. Oscar Wiley for Auburn. The tap is controlled by Auburn. And the top of the basket, 2 hours left. Between the legs, dribble, step back, 3. In and out. Back up, can't get home. They're looking to try to get a back and run it off penalty from the top. Steal for Dallas. Samir, drives on the side, not close. Screen from the corner. Now pass, Kelly. Samir, left corner, 3-ball, 50. And that two will lead to 9. Flanagan at the top with the forward. Down the lane, got bumped to the basket, chance and a foul. Dallas drives down the lane against Tyree. Shoots and scores. And the foul by Tyree. We're getting inside the paint. Left side, Coral. Right side, Anthony Green. Swing! I kind of felt like this was coming on. We're right in this thing now. McLemore corner. Okoro. McLemore 3. His 4th 3 of the game. Rim to lead to 5. Johnson, Allen. Samir, right side. Left side, Jamal. Into the corner. D'Angelo 3. Good. Left wing. Now, out of the circle. Latin from the corner. Gets it from Okoro. Left wing, Samir. 3-ball. Good. 9-point lead for Ole Miss. Down the left wing, penetrates down the lane. Gets bumped, puts it up. It's good. And a foul on the play. McLemore. Left wing, Samir. Left wing, Anthony 3. Banked up, he missed it. Rebound to Coral. One dribble, off the glass, got it. Williams penetrates against the Coral. Head fake up for about 5. He missed it. Sai had the rebound and lost. Here's Auburn the other way, 3-on-1. A corner, leads for Purifoy, who drives the middle. Scores, and it's a 1-point game. Beautiful. 2 Auburn ball. 2:15 to go second half. The corner penetrates. Off the right side. Left-hand dribble spins to the lane, goes to the basket, he scores! And God's foul was not called. The game is tied. 2:02 to go. 64 apiece. Down. All of his points are done in the second half. Working on the left wing, down the left side of the lane to the hole. He makes it up and in over lead. Javon brings it out to the top. 69-67 double. 3:13 in overtime. Purifoy, rebound, Carter gets out of the lane. Samir down in the corner for Purifoy. Skip pass. McLemore steps back for 3. Right, 3 tonight for McLemore. Rebound to Carter between the rings. Right wing of Coral. Top of the circle, D'Angelo. Jewel Coral drives on Williams. Got it up, goes up for the shot. It's dirty foul! It's dirty foul! Oh, Henson, top of the circle. 3 seconds. A 3 to win it. He didn't get it. Rebound to Coral out of bounds. The clock runs out. The clock runs out. Did Auburn win? Did Auburn win? Is it over? No, it's over. Auburn has won. Auburn wins. Auburn wins.
A double overtime throw to the Tigers. She mentioned it was rough. That's the truth. The team put it together in the second half. And 16-6 in first off. It wasn't a good stuff. Yeah, and I don't know. I thought we lost some people in the first half, maybe, but they don't move the road to you know. And we have to execute that. We can't keep spotting teams just kind of leads because that we can close this up. And but yes, historically, you come back to 19 now, and it's the third biggest comeback we've ever had. We were 4-15 in our last 19 trips to Oxford, including 9 out of the last 10. We're trying to make history. We're trying to rewrite history. We're going to go and do things that last year's team didn't do. Last year's team lost by first twice. Well, you know, last 10 years, team lost twice to Kentucky in the regular season. We'll see if we can try to fix that. And so, it was a late night flight home, but it was a great flight. Now it's 4-0 in the last 2 years. Let's take a look. This has been on a flashy ride by the Giants.
Imagine if there was a way to enjoy.
Scientific experiments. They do this for two reasons. One, the scientists become less attached to lawyers. And two, there's certain things that even rats won't do. I would like to thank the Board of Trustees of the Great Ormond Street Hospital for having me here this evening. And beg your forgiveness.
Parading you around the street, okay? I just thought my car privilege is bad. Okay, that's it. We are not partners. You can't keep saying that to me.
You there?
Believe you. Stop it. You gotta stop. You hear me? You gonna stop? Yes, of course. Say it goes stop. I don't believe you till you say it goes stop. The hit game show that Crystal Maze is brand new every Friday night on. Are you ready? Until next weekend, Nicktoons is bringing you the best game shows in Nick history. The sloppiest.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready?
You can find our new larger bag in the candy aisle.
Tasty.
Ready? Get set. Ready? Ready?
The moment I found out I was pregnant, everything changed. One change I'm concerned about: stretch marks. That's why I trust Palmer's cocoa butter to keep my skin.
Ready? Ready?
With Palmer's enhanced
Ready?
stretch marks, 98% of women's softness and skin elasticity. It's made with natural ingredients and it's free of mineral oil, parabens, and phthalates. So it's super safe for my belly. Palmer's cocoa butter formula for stretch marks. I'm Alexandra Recovich, and I love
Ready?
my
Ready?
belly.
Ready?
No one tells you what to expect when you're expecting a new baby. They get you crate, training treats, potty pad, those chewy little prices. You'll find amazing deals on everything you need for your pet. Even those toys, you
Set.
can save up
Ready?
to
Ready?
even your pet's prescriptions. We've got leashes, bowls, you can get it all at a great price. Even the shipping is free. So what are you waiting for? Start saving at Chewy today.
Set. Ready?
First order at Chewy.
Ready?
Family-friendly concert experiences back and bigger than ever. The Kids Rock Live 2020 tour is all new and it's coming your way.
Ready? Ready?
Ticketmaster.com.
Ready?
It's the 18th order. Come best time ever. Kids Rock Live 2020. See you there.
Set. Ready? Ready?
Oh my God. I got it.
Set. Ready? Ready?
today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it? I can't wait to see what you're going to do on Sunday. Good job.
I'm calling you.
men, y'all need to take a hard look at today's performance. Coaches can only do so much. We can only create a game plan. We can't go out there and practice. And if y'all think today was up to snuff, I gotta tell you, it wasn't. Come on, let's make it up.
I'll stick in for the plan. Let's just go in and do a little free-form jazz fighting. I'm sorry, what? Jazz fighting. I'll go in there and be like... I'll pick everybody down. And I'll be like...
There's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we...
Did you just say talk team?
What's up?
Do you have any towels at work?
Why?
There's hardly any towels left in Sophie, so people are selling them online for a lot of money. I can only find one stinking towel in our entire house.
You see my world's best dad's towel?
Yeah, I think it's in the backyard. Sure. Do you have any towels or not?
I can get you some towels. Listen, I'll tell you what, I'll be home in like 20 minutes? 15 minutes.
See you in 15 minutes.
Large man. Larger. This guy's pretty big, bitch. So what? Bigger they are. The ladder. Yeah, I heard you. Listen to this. I did not think this was gonna happen. You can manhandle a kid. Then just try to throw me through a window. We're gonna need a plan. Plan might be good. Okay, here's the plan. You go back in there. I'm gonna sneak around the back, try to find another door. Whoa. You're the indestructible one, and I'm pretty good at finding another door, so that's debatable. I'm gonna tell look, he's right here. Look, buddy, you may be huge, but I'm indestructible, alright? This is not gonna end.
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Panthers set to go. They, of course, have #1 as their starting quarterback, Cam Newton. And he is #1 in franchise history in just about every passing category. MVP back in 2015 as well, and try to get the Panthers back into the playoffs after a 7-9 finish a year ago. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. In his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So now here are the Falcons under 5th-year head coach Dan